Hello folks, BooredFemme here, and today I will be doing the review for the Sprint ZTE Fury. Here we go. So let's get started. So the ZTE Fury is a nice comfortable little phone. It's just under 5 ounces. It has the rubberized backing, so more slip proof. We have the camera, power button and headset jack, volume controls, power jack, and camera button. And it comes with actually a 2 GB memory card and actually has just over 2 GB of internal memory. It's running on Android 2.3 and has a 5 megapixel camera. The video is not HD, it's front facing, not rear facing, so if you're using Skype, it does have Skype with video, but you will be only seeing, the front side. You'll see the person you're talking to. They won't be seeing you unless obviously you're flipping it around. As far as battery life, it does have a decent battery if you're using it, I would say more so for apps. Calls definitely did eat it up a little bit more. On a day when I was using test calls, I had to charge it about twice that day. If it's just standard, device use, like, applications, text, pictures, and so on, it should last you the day. So we covered memory, battery. Let's take a look at some of the features. So let's shift over here. I wanted to show you Sprint's ID packs. So it starts off at really, I would say, a more blank slate you can customize to your own taste. But it does have a few ID packs that you can download that have certain themes. So I downloaded Health and Fitness, Home Base, and for us social junkies, the Socially Connected. So of course, let's take a look at that. Here we go. So it actually, I like the little, highlighted bar up here in search bar for Twitter. This is the Twittercaster, Tweetcaster. Here we go. Let's see. I definitely give this a thumbs up. I think it's a nice change to what you usually see for Twitter, so it just makes it a little bit more interesting. Let's take a look. If it actually has just different color highlights, if it's something from or to you. Actually, let's take a look at one. Here you go. So you can see it's just a little bit different shading. So I think it's just a nice change to what you usually see for Twitter. Again, you can customize these. You can move the applications around or remove them from your page. If you're a creature of habit like me, there are certain applications you use all the time. So of course, while playing with this, I moved my commonly used, my frequently used items to the main page instead of scrolling around. But that means I'm still using the same app. So part of my question is, why have a number of different themes if it's a person who is really usually using the same applications? I guess the themes could help someone get started. There are quite a few that are loaded into these the ID packs. So for example, let's just pick some interesting random application. I don't know what it does, but going through these apps, coming from using a BlackBerry, for example, where it's, I would say, not as heavily application based, I think it's a little bit much for someone to actually go through if you're not going to use all of these. On the setup for the applications, I ended up spending more time downloading and installing the applications than actually using them and seeing what they did. So I think that's just my curiosity's sake, wanting to know what they do. I spent more setup time than anything else. But I do like the fact that at least it can get someone started. Back to like some of the social media. I guess my issue is, we have multiples for the same, the same function. So we have Friendcaster for Facebook. Here we go. Newsfeed, all the usual. It looks like a lot of your mobile apps. But you can actually customize the color. So I guess it's a little bit more interesting. I picked pink just because, very girly. Here we go. I do like the scroll bar. So a nice update to Facebook, but it does also come with the Facebook application. So why have both? I mean, then you could really be bouncing back and forth between 2 different applications, really accessing mostly the same information. and you're also logging in and out of this same type of application. So I think it gets to be a little bit much. But there are some other useful, useful applications that are already loaded, like Horoscope, that you didn't have to do any other setup to access it. But that would just be that's my little gist on all the applications and the IDs. Let's see. Let's take a look at home base. And this is what I mean by a little bit more. Getting someone started with the themes. The home base one has like family locator. It's more family oriented. Grocery store. So I do like I like the setup on that. It can help someone get started. So I mean, really, I'd say overall, it's a nice compact little phone. Really, it's for Sprint. I believe it's $20 right now, so you actually can't go wrong if someone wants to get started with an Android and a smartphone in general. You can't beat the price, and it does feel nice and durable. Has great memory, has the features that most people are looking for without spending a ton of money. So I do give it thumbs up. I think it's more of an someone who's application driven. Otherwise, they would just maybe pick a different device. But it's a very useful little phone. I give it a thumbs up. So keep tuned in, and I'll have some more for you. Thanks. Bye-bye.